watch that trade yesterday? Trade,
yeah,
like.
it's one of those. I didn't let it get to me. No emotion. So yeah, no FOMO, as you say. So yeah, we'll go again.
That's it, man. There's always another trade.
That's what I kept telling myself all day.
Oh, I haven't done my hair again. I look like a bloody homeless man. Good morning if you're watching on YouTube, guys. Welcome to the stream. Who have we got on? Paolo, Vinella, Sharif. Morning, everyone. Ready and waiting. I am running a bit late, unfortunately. Do apologise. when I get the new house sorted, don't worry, we'll be on nice and early, ready to go. It means you'll all have to get up earlier. We don't like that, do we? We don't like that. Everything's working smoothly this morning. I'm scared. Morning, crazy beast. Mate, that video you sent me yesterday, I was laughing my head off. I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, guys, because we're running a bit late. I know the hour's just closed. Let's go straight into a top down. We'll see what we can see, because we've been finding some nice fast trades pretty early. This was yesterday's trade. I'll quickly go over this. Wait there, let me have a look at this hour. Okay, we've closed bullish. No top wick. Okay, right. Excuse me. So we entered here yesterday for this second entry. Okay, closed the other one out at break even. So look what price done. It didn't drive up. The daily didn't flip to the highs, right? It literally came down, stopped us out at break even, and came back up. But to be honest with you, I actually closed when the 4 hour had closed respecting. That's when I closed out. So the 4 hour closed respecting here, this area. If the 4 hour closed in, I would have left it, but because I closed respecting, that's where I closed out, because you know you're going to get a bottom way and price should be coming back down, so I did close out. I just want to show you so we can stay on with the transparency. I want the full transparency throughout the year. So because I've seen it all before, guys, on social media. So that was the closeout. These are partials. Can you see the date and time on there? 19th. Yeah, you can just make out the date. You can make out the time. That was the 50% of the second trade. That was the closure of the first trade. Okay, so that's the trade we got yesterday. It's about 1,700 quid. So I've updated the logbook, so we're all singing off the same song sheet. So that was a trade yesterday. I put it down as one trade, so if I get something like that where you take a second entry and one gets closed at break even, I'll just add and minus whatever got taken. I'll just class that as one trade. Okay, so there's the 1,700 quid, and we are now 10 wins this month. Fantastic. 280 pips we've got some really nice profit this month. So overall, on stream, if you just took every trade off on stream with us, you would have had a 100% win rate in January. You're currently 100% in March, 100% in November, and December and February. February was the worst. We took that full loss in the second last trade of the month, so it's a bit of a kick in the teeth. However, overall, this is what I'm on about, being long-term, consistently profitable. Not 1 month, not 1 week. Overall, consistently profitable. So we were minus February, but look at the profit we've made March. We could stop trading now in March. Well, I could anyway. Yeah, I could stop trading this week from that trade yesterday. Do you know what I mean? So that's just what trading does to you. So we're looking really nice on stream. Okay, so let's see what we can get today then. So now I'm very intrigued to see. Let's do a quick top down. My dogs are going to go mental. You know the drill now. Dogs are going to go mental. So I'm very, very interested to see what this monthly is going to do, because this monthly's got no bottom wick, and this monthly only broke this low, didn't break any of these lows, and the weeklies didn't come and test the previous support. So currently the monthly is still below 2063.29. So is this monthly going to flip, or is it going to close bullish but respecting, or is it going to break out? We have to act upon what we see, and currently we are still below 2063. Therefore, where should we be coming? Well, technically we're still respecting this area, therefore we should still be coming to the downside. We're still in this range, okay, until we break out, and we've got 10 days. So is 10 days enough to pull back? I would think it probably is, if it wants to pull back. Okay, so that's the monthly. Now the weekly, there's another reason to come back down, because the weekly broke out, and what happens when you get a break? You'll get a break, and then the pullback of the next candle will tap previous support, which is 2072. It didn't even do that. It shot off with no bottom wick, so there's no bottom wick, so that's one reason to come back. And the second reason is you didn't even tap previous support. So I would think now, if price wants to push further above these highs, because you've now created support here, if price wants to push further, I do believe you're going to have to come and tap these levels before pushing. Okay, so therefore we are looking for sellers coming down, right, once it's ready to drop. So that's what I'm getting off the weekly. Now, we did have a weekly close, and the weekly didn't break any of the highs. The only issue what I've got with this weekly is we haven't had much of a steep top wick. And this is what I was saying yesterday. With the way the daily was, it's going to be interesting to see what the daily looks like, right? But we haven't had much of a steeper top wick. I would imagine as top wick coming to tap 2179 before driving. So something like you open up, you tap, and then you flip. And then it'll look something like this. Can do that, something like that. Okay, and we haven't had that yet. But why are we not driving down? Well, the reason we're not driving down because we haven't had enough liquidity. So do we need to break the highs again in order to come down? That's what we've got to ask ourselves. Now the daily is a very interesting one, because yesterday the daily it broke out but had no bottom wick. Sorry, the day before yesterday, and we were saying, okay, well, we believe that this daily is going to close bullish, because that's what tends to happen when you have no bottom wick. And what did it do? It closed bullish, exactly what we said it was going to do. So that meant we were currently now in this range. So therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming up to fill this range, which is what we thought we were going to get, right? However, we didn't get that. So what does that mean? Well, I'm still a bit cautious, because you didn't actually break any highs. So this daily came down to test the previous wick, didn't break it, okay? Came back, closed bearish. It did push to the highs, but didn't break the top wick. So I really don't know what's going to happen on this daily at the minute, because this didn't break any highs, this didn't break any lows. So what we're saying is, this candle, why didn't this candle drive straight down? Well, it obviously didn't, because this wasn't enough liquidity. So what did price have to do? Well, it had to pull back. So it's pulled back, yeah, and then it's closed bullish. And then we've said, okay, well, why didn't this candle drive straight down and close below? Well, we're saying that this wasn't enough liquidity in order to close below this. So if that's not enough liquidity, then what we're saying is, well, the only pullback we've had after that is this here. Is this enough liquidity to now break below this? Probably, because it's quite a close distance, so it could probably close. Is it enough liquidity to drive down? I don't think it is. Like, I'm on about like driving down. I don't think it is. I think if anything, if this daily is going to close bearish, I believe it's going to close something like that. Small bearish, but maybe break the lows, if it's going to break the lows. Because the issue we've got now is, you could say it's broke back out, but it hasn't, because this is now a new range, so we need to move this down. So we're more like that now. So the daily is actually closed respecting and it hasn't broke out yet, which is not ideal, because ideally we wanted to break to the low. Now, another thing what I've been teaching is the last few days is if you get a bearish close with a big long wick to fill, what tends to happen? You tend to get a wick fill, don't you? Even if this daily is going to flip, you should get a wick fill coming to test the previous wick at least. At least. So, knowing that, and knowing we're still respecting, we've got to be very careful, because we could then go, okay, well, we'll look for wing back buys back up for the daily to pull back. That's if the daily closes respecting, because this daily could just break the lows, but I don't think it's going to drive still. I think it's going to break, and then you'll get a top wick breaking all the highs and then flip to the downside. Something like, if we're going to get that, you'll get like that, and then you'll get one daily, you'll come up, break all these highs, and then that'll be the one what flips, and you'll get something like that. You'll break at least these highs. That's what I can see happening if this daily closes below. So currently we're still in this new range, which is this. Well, it's more this. So therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming back up. However, what I don't like is there's a gap between this. There's a gap just here. So what that means is when you get a gap and you don't close proper at support, it means you could get a small bearish daily and you don't move much that day. It just means the daily just closes respecting and you get a small bearish. That's what we could get as well. But that would confirm whether we're coming back up or... Today, at the end of today, it's going to confirm whether this daily is going to break below, which would be fantastic, because all we look for is a top wick breaking the highs, and then we'll sell down. Or if this daily closes respecting, we know then you've had 3 attempts at breaking this low. You know you definitely got to come back up. All we'll look for is a bottom wick to then come back up. So it's just unfortunate that today is the day what's going to give us the direction, I would think, for probably for the week. But I'm sure we can catch a trade still, because we're only after 10 pips, aren't we? So we just have to be aware that the daily can actually do anything. It can push further down or can flip back to the upside and close respecting. Okay, so we've got to understand that. So what's the 4 looking like? So we've had some bearish closes on the 4. We're still respecting this support here. This is all we've got, isn't it? So we're still... It's similar to yesterday. Where were we at yesterday? So you close respect and then you still bomb through the floor and close bearish. So these are still respecting, but they're still bearish. So is this going to close bearish and stay bearish? If it is, I would need a 4-hour bearish close, and then I'd need a top wick tapping 21.56 to get sell stops underneath. But the issue you've got is, how far are you coming down? I don't know, you've only got these to go off. So the 4's bearish, but close respecting a minus support. Well, what do you think? It's either close respecting a minus support, or you could do that. And it's respecting this support. Sorry, it's broke below, it's just retesting. So basically we've had a break, retest, back down, back up, test again, reject. So is this just like a double top to come back down? I think the 4 is going to tell us that, isn't it? If the 4 closes bearish, we can get a top wick, we can look for sells down. If the 4 flips and flips bullish, then it's probably something more like that then. And then we'd look to buy up to, which is easier, 21.60, if that's what's going to happen. So that's the 4. So the 4 at the minute is a bit... we're going to have to wait, I think, for the 4. Let me put the trending structure on. Yeah, because that's the 4 range there. You haven't actually filled the range yet on the 4 at 21.60, but you have got another level here. 3. So the 3's closed bearish. Why is this 3 closed? So the 3's actually closed back in. That's a perfect fake out. That we could have actually took that. That was this morning. Perfect fake out back into the area. Plus you got a top wick, which is what you want. So you would have had sell stops underneath to come down to at least this wick. That would be a take price move to break even. That would have been a lovely trade. But that was 3 o'clock in the morning. 2 no bot. Look, another example of no bottom wick. No bottom wick. Look what's happened to the new candle. Closed bullish. Even if it wants to go down, still closes bullish. So the 2 closed bearish, then bullish, still respecting this area. And then we're going to have to see what this 2 does. I think we're going to have to wait for the 4, guys. So what's the hour doing? So the hour, it's like it's not fitting in the ranges, so it's sort of creating new range. That's the most prominent range. So we've got tap here, taps here, wick to the air, a random wick, which is a good sign. Test, test, test. Not quite fitting. Fits there, fits there, fits there. So I'm pretty happy with that zone on the hour. So currently we're still in this range. Now where's the top of the range? So if we turn the trend and structure on, so the top of the range, it's actually gone off this one, but I don't know whether I like that. It's not too bad actually. So we've got this here, we've got this here. This one doesn't fit. You've got wicks to the edge. You've got another one here where it respects. You've got respecting, and then another one there. So yeah, that could probably be the hour range. So that's probably the hour range. So if we're saying that's the hour range, and we've closed bullish on the hour, is this just a pullback for this hour to flip to the upside? What's going to tell us if that is? Well, we can't really take it because we need to see what the 4s are bearish. We need to see if the 4 broke to the low, because we don't know if it's this range or we don't know if it's the range above. So I think we're going to have to wait for the 4. However, if this 4 can close or close doji or bullish, small bullish, then that would be the hour closing respecting this again. Then we can maybe get a bottom wick and look to buy up to come and fill the range at 21.50 or 60. So that's probably what I've got going on at the minute. And if we do break to the low, we should be coming to 21.53. So every time you break that low, you come and tap 21.53. Straight down. Straight back down, straight down. Yeah, look at that. Really nice. This one didn't quite make it. We haven't quite made it there. So if we get an hour close below and we get a top wick, tapping at least previous support, I'd ideally like this getting tapped, but I don't think you're going to get it. We could then sell down to 21.53. If we close respect and we look to buy up to 21.60. Okay, that's what we've got going on, but I can't really do anything unless, actually, let's have a look at the 30. So what's the 30 doing? Because if we're going to get that fake out, we're going to get on the 30. If the hour's going to close respecting, then the 30 is going to close maybe below, and then the 30 is going to close back in, and that'll be a fake out on the 30.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Fellas.
Mikey? Is that Mikey G?
Rudy.
Sort the kids out with you. Mikey G?
Yep.
You're on yeah, you're on mic, your mic's on, mate. So
Yeah, this is Carnage.
yeah, I know, I've just said you sort the kids out. So we might get this, if the 30-minute closes below, I'll just be very wary taking sells down, because this could just be a 30-minute fake out straight back into the area, and that would be the hour just closing respecting, and then you're a bit goosed, because then you're gonna have to come back up. So I think we just wait for the hour really. Let me just have a look though. So the 50, 15. I'm just thinking, would this have been a nice wing back area? because the 1 hour is still high up, so potentially, yeah, this could have been a wingback area. You got this here. I don't think I would have took it though because of the 4. The 4 is still bearish. Yeah, we're gonna wait for the hour, guys. That's what we're gonna have to wait for. Which is another 35 minutes. Well, it's actually the 4 hour close, but we're gonna get more data off the 1 hour. Oh shit. For our close. This 4, if this 4 closes bearish again with a big long wick like that, we're then going to probably get a wick fill. So it's really a matter of what this 4 does, really, because we've got to be careful with the daily. We don't know what the daily is going to do yet, do we? I mean, look at the hour pulling back now. All right, mate. Have a good sleep last night. Let's get some tunes on. Got some good news for you today as well, guys. Some fantastic news. Yeah. Was it on my lips? I got froth on my lips. On my tash.
Yeah.
I got froth on my tash, guys. Whatever. I need to get me a haircut. Yeah, I'm saving it for later. In case I get hungry. Pure dad jokes now. Pure dad jokes. Good morning, guys. Oh, that's loud. Oh, what a tune. Can't keep this on though. Fantastic tune that, you know. Where was it at? What did I put in the other day? I think it was like chilled YouTube. Non-copyright. See, the music I put on here, it's not the music I would listen to when I was trading. Make sure you brush your teeth after, yeah. Good morning, Crazy Booth. We got on Sharif. Good morning, Krish. Good morning, Nella. Good morning, Vin. Good morning, Paolo. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. As the Americans say. Morning, y'all. Go on, Mason. Mason's dancing. I think we peaked like 80 pips yesterday from that trade. The entry was really nice. I think our entry was here, wasn't it? That went to... actually peaked 100 pips, guys, yesterday. And then it came back to break even. Imagine if our entry was a bit low, we would have missed this break even. I mean, it hasn't flew up anyway, but... well, yeah. Nice. This is the thing about trading as well. It's one trade can, you know, I took 1,700 quid yesterday in one day. Now you say to yourself, okay, well, compare that to the income in your area. You know, people could live off that in a month. Where I'm from, that's more than a month's income where I'm from. Trust me. So this is the thing with trading. The way I trade as well, you don't need to be trading every day. I know you want to, especially when you're starting out, because when you're starting out you feel like you're not learning anything unless you're in a trade, and that's not true. It's not true. just by you watching the charts, right, and playing about with the charts, you still learn subconsciously. You're taking all the information, you're taking the charts in, how they react and how they move. But you don't have to be in a trade, okay? Because all you're doing is by you getting in a trade, subconsciously you're making your brain get into trades what are not there. So it's like a driving test. So when you first get in the car, you have to really think about putting the clutch in, putting into gear, yeah, checking your mirrors. You've got to force your brain to do that. And over time, you force it that much, it just becomes a habit, yeah? And then subconsciously, you just do it, you don't even think about it, you just check your mirrors, you indicate, whatever. It's a bit like trading. If you're taking shit trades, thinking, I'm only on a demo account, I'll just take this anyway, then you're going to take that on a live account because you're training your brain to take shit trades on a live account. And this is where it goes down to that saying, you've got to treat your demo like it's real, and you do. And it's not because of you taking it serious, it's more about subconsciously taking it in, so your muscle memory can only take trades with a high probability. I'm not having these YouTube or copyright. Oh, there's YouTube no copyright music, safe music for streaming. Ideal. What a tune. Oh, guys, news. So, what's happening now? We had a meeting yesterday. So, with our membership now, so if you're interested in getting a membership, right, you now actually get the signals with your membership. Okay, so if you get a Relentless membership, it's £75 a month. So you get all your signals in there, and these signals come from myself and the Dean indicator. Which, if you've not heard of the Dean indicator, it's like very, very powerful. Okay, so you get access to the signals. With that, you get your weekly calls, your advanced section. So the Meraki course is all in with that as well. You get into the Discord, our members chat. You also get into the TNS. So what TNS is you can probably hear people talk to me, voice, and that's because they're members. So they get to interact with me face to face, ask me questions. I say face to face, as in verbally. You know, they can chat with me, ask me questions and things like that. So if you're interested, get yourself into the Linktree link and get yourself a membership and get amongst the signals as well. What's up, man? You alright? You staring at me? What? You're not a donut. Do you come and show everyone your hair? Come and show everyone your hair. You won't get his hair cut, his hair's dead long. Everyone mistakes him for a girl. Because he's such a good looking lad. I told him to get dreads, but he won't get dreads. I think he'd look cool with dreads. Come and show everyone your hair, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Also, guys, what's coming as well, what Rick's done fantastic actually, he's actually building a support and resistance Meraki only indicator just to help with identifying zones. So if you're a bit if you struggle with zones, she's really fine-tuned it. This trend instructor one's actually just a one off other strategies. This wasn't really made for Meraki, it was just identifies support and resistance and puts trend lines in for you if you use them type of things. But she's actually fine. Honestly, she's like a witch, Vic. Right? If you don't know Vic, she's a fraud investigator. That's what her job was for the government. Okay, she's very, very switched on cookie. Probably the most intelligent person I've ever met. Put it that way. So she's built as a Meraki indicator, what's going to identify support and resistance. It's going to have the sessions on, so Asian session. So everything you need for sort of Meraki, just to help you though. This is just to help you Yeah, because you don't want to rely on anything. This is the thing. This is what I keep preaching. You don't want to rely on anything, right? You want to just be able to trade organically by yourself. But when you're trading and you're just starting Meraki, yeah, and you're putting your lines in, put your lines in, then flick it on and see if you're right. You know, see if they match up, and if it does, it'll just instill you with that confidence that actually, do you know what, I'm picking this up nicely here. Any Nottingham Forest fans in the house? Good morning, Callum.
Good morning, buddy.
How are you doing, mate?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Did you have fitness this morning?
I did indeed.
Oh, what did you do? Come on, tell me something. Spew up.
Egyptian PT pal.
Egyptian PT? What the hell is that?
Fucking farrowing in bed.
Egyptian Pete, that's a new one for me. That's good. That I like that.
Did a 2K, mate.
2K.
Yeah.
Did ya?
Yeah. No, 9 minutes 10. It's still a bit slow, but I can drop it down.
Yeah. Do you know one of the hardest things I'd done, mate, in the army was believe it or not, it was cop platoon. Have you done cop platoon? Is it still called cop platoon? Close observation platoon.
No,
It's-
we doing that.
It's down in the course was down in Lyd. No, on the
Okay.
shingles. You ever been on the shingles in Lyd?
Yeah, mate. Fucking.
Awful, innit? It's like awful, mate. But the weight for cop platoon, that turns me was down a bit. Like the weight for cop platoon you had to carry, it was just disgusting, man. Disgusting. Because you've not got, you know, you're sitting in an OP for weeks. Do you know what I mean? It's
Be self-sufficient.
yeah. So you've got to carry everything in, right? And I'm only a small guy. But it was a fantastic course. Like you do live firing, different weapon systems. You like fighting through windscreens of cars and things like that. And actually, on the live firing, I didn't really burst my eardrum, but I perpetrated my eardrum, so I had to come off the course. I couldn't fucking hear, mate. Like I couldn't hear. But that course, the tabs and that they've done with the weight was disgusting. It was disgusting, mate. Where the weight at me one time, I remember, and I've still got the scar on my back, on the lower of my back. I've still got the scar. I've done a tab for that long. I can't remember the distance, but the weight as well. My bergen rubbed on my back for that long, over a long period of time, with the weight as well, actually cut right down into my back, where my full back was just bleeding. Like I come home, I will ask, it's like, what are they doing to you, man? I've still got the scar on the bottom of my back. It was oh mate, no wonder I've got a bad back and bad knees and that now. Like it was just disgusting, man. Good course to do, but it was a tough course. I used to love night navs and that, mate. You know, just cutting about by yourself. Love that. I love Brecon as well, to be honest with you. Doing tactics in Brecon. I absolutely loved that course, even though my instructor was a pure douchebag. But I loved that course.
That's where I broke my ankles in Brecon.
Was it?
In Bellini Village.
Yeah.
Not good.
I'll tell you what was good, mate. Well, probably the best place I've been, as in the happiest place. Everywhere else after was like conflict. But Belize, have you been to Belize?
No.
Oh, mate, what? I was 17 when I went. I just got a regiment, and first place we went was Belize, and after that I was like, I absolutely love the army. It's before the army sort of switched from a drinking army, because there was now going on when I just joined, but then when I was 18, 19, Iraq had just kicked off, and then Afghan had just kicked off, so it got very professional. Do you know what I mean? So when I joined, I sort of seen the drinking army, where it was just all about having, well, not having fun, but obviously training, working hard and playing hard. So that in the army had loads of money as well. So, so for example, we had a month in the jungle, and then they took us a week adventure training on like an island what the British Army owns. It's pure paradise island, mate, where palm trees, you're swimming with shark rays and all that. Again, that was just drinking. And then they sent us to Cancun, like 3 nights there, all paid for, all inclusive, wristbands for nightclubs, and just that was like just absolutely crazy stories from that place. But that was like the army, like because the money they had, they could do stuff like that. They probably had to do stuff like that to say that they've used their budget. But that was like the best place I've been, man. The jungle was amazing. The live firing in the jungle, mate, was mad. Absolutely mad.
Cyprus is also good. There's a lot of Christian places to go to, but there's a lot of fucking godless.
Cyprus, do you know what it is? Our CO and the RSM at the time destroyed our regiment when we went to Cyprus. I'll tell you why. We'd been that busy with tours, and we went from like Bosnia to Afghan, right? Come back from Afghan a year later, we went back to Afghan, and then we went to Theatre Reserve Battalion. So we went to Cyprus, and we were TRB, which is you were sending companies out into Afghan again. So we were so busy, right? But then we had like a year of not being TRB in Cyprus. Now what they should have done is went, right, the regiment needs a break. Adventure training, yeah, you know, light training, but loads of adventure training. Because in Cyprus, man, there's loads of adventure training there, loads. And we hardly done any. So it should have, we went to, instead, they were knocking up exercises in Jordan. The CO was trying to get more blokes out to Afghan so officers could get the medals. We done, in the space of like 8 months, mate, I've done 3 RSOIs. You know what RSOI is?
Yeah.
Yeah, RSOI. So you go into Afghan for, I can't remember how long it is, a week, 2 weeks maybe. And you stay on camp, but you just do their sort of training to go into the field. We done 3 of them. Do you know why? So the officers can get a medal.
100%.
And it knocked me sick. And then the CO was trying to get blokes sent, attached to regiments, battalions in Afghan, in Helmand province. Bear in mind, we've been smashed with 2 tours. And it just annoyed me, man. They were just like sending people in for no reason, just so they could look good. And it just really pissed me off. And that Cyprus should have been a resting recoup posting, and it wasn't. They just smashed it to the ground.
Yeah. It's all to look good on this jazz, isn't it?
Cause it is. It knocks me sick. So red ass officers can get a medal, and they accepting the medals as well. 3 RSOIs got a medal.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't it? But anyway, that's my rant. It's my rant.
Similar to what happened to you in Cyprus, all of our AT just ended up getting binned all the time. You know, you'd apply, they'd ask clients, they'd apply for it, and then they'd just be like, yeah, it's good, you can find yourself an active guard, mate. That's your AT.
Yeah, and they were wondering why the block and that was getting smashed up every weekend, because blokes were so like I had a bloke, I won't say his name, but I had a bloke, mate. As soon as you fell out on Friday in Cyprus, you know the accommodation in Cyprus, don't it? It's like a lobby, isn't it? And then you've got your 3 wings, if you like. He would literally, mate, Friday would come, right? He'd buy like 2 crates, and he'd sit on the floor in that lobby, and just with the cans, 2 crates next to him, and he'd just drink it by himself. And people obviously would come out and drink with him and stuff like that, but he would be there the full weekend. Monday morning, you would find him there.
Became part of the furniture.
Yeah, and because that's all he had to do. He had nothing else to do. And that was more the winter months. That obviously then you would go out in the summer, but when everything shuts down in the winter, it's just quite a lonely place, isn't it?
Oh yeah, massively.
Look at this 4 here. What's this 4 gonna do? I've heard they changed how it works with the recruiter was telling me the other day. It was someone on Hell Let Loose actually. Told me when you join now and you go into training, you actually don't get to choose your cap badge. You just pick whether you're King's Division or Queen's Division.
I've also heard that.
And you actually just get put in where they're struggling at.
Yeah,
Mad that.
just to bolster manpower, isn't it?
It's lost all of its pride in that, hasn't it? Like with the regiments.
Yeah, well, there's no more Alma Burma Corona helmets. You know that.
What companies you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like that anyway. It was, well, yeah, there was like Charlie Company, Bravo Company, or B Company. Charlie was always Charlie. B was B Company, A Company.
Yeah, now it's CT1 and 2 for A and B. C's been disbanded. C no longer exists. Quebec, like your support company, is now RSG, Registrar's Group, and then Helmet is now called the Enabling Group.
Mad, eh?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Because new CEOs and that come in, and they just want to put the stamp on it all. The blokes just get flung about all over. Like, I'm just getting used to this. Now you're changing to this. Shame you don't like sci-fi type games. Helldivers 2 is class. Yeah, people keep going on about that Helldivers. Have you played that, Callum?
Nah, not yet, mate, but it's been popping up all over my feed.
Yeah, that's on mine. People rave on about it, but I don't like futuristic stuff, so that's why I just haven't given it a go yet. I might have to give it a go.
Is it on PS5, is it?
Supposedly, yeah. It's on PS5, John, isn't it? Yeah, it's a cross between ODST and Starship Troopers. What's ODST? What's ODST? I used to love Starship Troopers as a kid though. Makes you feel proper old. I asked Mason to watch it the other day. He was like, no, I'm not watching that. Proper vintage. Halo, alright. Drop shipping. Drop podding. What did the 30 do? So the 30 actually broke below and then pulled back, tapped previous support and flipped. Got a wick fill. It's gonna be interesting how this 4 closes here. It looks like the 30, because you had a top wick. It looks like the 30 is gonna close bearish. That means the 1 hour is gonna close in this range. So as long as we don't fill the range at 21.53, if we can get a top wick, we can look to sell down. I'm just thinking if the 1 hour closes like this. Ooh, look at this though, guys. No bottom wick, no top wick on this 5. This 5's gonna flip back up. Oh, we had the same here. Okay, and then you rejected from these levels. Are you going to push down to these levels before coming back up? Interesting. Oh, same again here. This must be an area where you got no top wicks here. Look at that, no top wick. No top wick. Yeah, as long as we don't come and fill the range. We don't want this hour to drive. This is the thing. There's 3 5-minute candles left on this 1 hour. Have you heard the news, Callum? It's coming out today. There'll be a post in the announcements today.
Reference.
So the membership now, which you'll remember, you get everything what you're getting now, which obviously all the education, the logbook, the indicators. You now also get the signals with your membership.
I still don't have the indicators, mate.
Oh, don't it? Well, obviously if you don't use them, you don't use them.
No.
There is a Meraki indicator coming, which it's basically helps you with your support and resistance. So you might not need to use it, but anyway, you get these signals now as well. You get access to the signals if you want to take them. So the signals come from the Dean.
Okay.
So you're going to be able to take the Dean trades, and obviously the signals come from me and the Dean basically.
Yeah.
So that's a nice added bonus for the members.
Sweet as.
Pete,
Yes.
is that what's advertised on the website? Is that the one that's advertised on there as well? The I think it's $250 a month. Is that what you're talking about? Or?
Yeah. So them signals. Yeah, it's not $250 a month now. They were basically I don't know how long it's going to be for. It's only limited time, right? But now, if you become a member, which you're already a member anyway, so you'll get access to Vic's sorting all out today. So the website will be updated. So for £75 a month, you get everything what you're getting now, plus the signals are going to get added into it. Plus you're going to get the new Meraki indicator as well, which is going to help.
They did it for December, I think, weren't they? I remember them coming through in December, but then they stopped. I guess you did it for December.
Yeah. We did give a free month. But because the signals are we're absolutely smashing on the signals. I wish I could show you, but I can't. But when you get into the group, when she opens it up for you, just have a look back, scroll back. You'll be able to see.
Yeah. I remember doing a few from in December, and they were always really good. So
Yeah.
It's really good news.
So it's fantastic for you. So now, your membership, especially someone like yourself who's going to have a live account soon, be really good for you. So I'll tell you what, we're too nice, aren't we? We're too bloody nice.
Nah, keep it going.
We're too. You know what it is, mate? Honestly, we just want people to win. Because I've been in that many shit companies where you just get so pissed off with people because your team, if you like, when we were MLM team, we were just constantly seeing people just lose, constant, and we were just sick of it, including ourselves. There'll be an announcement today in the announcement, so keep an eye out. You might have to do something, I don't know. Vic will sort it all out. And the website's getting updated today as well, so if you're interested in getting a membership, you probably don't get it. Actually, you can get your membership now, you'll still get access to them. But it won't say on there that you get the signals yet, because Vic's doing it today. Seven minutes for a close, guy. Unfortunately, we just gotta wait. That's what trading's all about, isn't it? At 30, look at the 5. Is this struggling because of the 5? Oh, no top wick, no bottom wick, and then this 5 came back to create a top wick for it. So is this a turning point to come back up? Or is this 5 now going to flip to the downside now that it's created a top wick for that? What would that have been? Interesting. So we've had a wick fill for the 30. What's this 30? See, how are we going to get a fake out on this 30? This is the thing. If we get a fake out, that'd be fantastic, to be honest, because we'll have a bit more. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait for a top wick. And where's the top wick? Where do we need this top wick? Well, this top wick's going to have to come and tap at least 21.56 to even look at sell stops below. I want to see what these 4s do. The thing I am a bit... Oh yeah, because you haven't tapped this. This 4 broke below. This is the only 4. This is literally the only one we've got to go off this. So you had a forward close, and then the new 4 actually closed bullish. Right, but look what it done before close bullish. It actually came down to tap 21.53. So this is our advantage point. This. Also, what I've just noticed is this 4 has not got a bottom wick, and also if we look, did that wick come and create a bottom wick for you? I don't think it did. I think you're going to need a bottom wick here. I think we're going to have to tap 21.53. So that's going to be our... So if we can get a top wick to 21.56, we can look at either sell stops below, or we can take a 5-minute close below, which would be less risky. Do we need a steep top wick on the 4? I don't think we do. These are quite decent wicks, these. I think the new 4 could just open up. It could actually open up and pop down, to be fair, but I can't take that. I need a top wick. We could actually take a wing back sell from 21.56 as well. Couldn't we do that? Let's have a look at this here. What's this? I'm looking at this. So if we pull back, tapped, and then flip, could we take a wing back sell from here? It pops down first. Look, this is what I'm thinking. I think we might pop down first, which is a shame. And I couldn't take a wing back buy from here. I mean, some risky people might take it, but it's not for me, that, because the 4's bearish, the 1's bearish, everything will be bearish. So you couldn't really take a wing back buy from here, because you're more likely you're going to power through that. We've got 3 minutes left, so I'll take this off. But we are getting nice closures. It's just whether we get that top wick. I probably only need a top wick to 21.56. And if we push further, we can look at a wing back sell from 21.57. What would that be? Because if the 15 comes back in, we're probably going to have to do this anyway. So if we do come back up, and you do want to drive, you're probably going to have to do that anyway. So this would be take partial, move to break even. Let me see what this is. How big's this? It's not quite 10 pips, that, is it? Would this be a bit further down? Up, tap, back down. I would probably just go risk free, try and catch the flip, if it is the flip. I don't know whether I could take a wing back sell at 21.56, so I'd need that tapping again. Or could we? What's this? Close below, back up. That's 10 pips. We've already done that top wick. How are we going to come further? Like this. If we can pull back to this, we can potentially get a wing back sell on. But we're going to have to go risk free at 21.56. That's the thing. Take partial, move to break even though. I can see. Oh shit, wrong one. Maybe something like that. I'm just cautious because I do feel we need to break the highs. Or do we need to break the highs? Can this drive down now? Well, it can definitely come and fill the range. If the 4 breaks above, okay, let's have a look. If let's say the next 4 drives up, going to be something like that. Is the next 4 going to have to come back, tap to then flip? Probably. So could we get out then? Where would stops have to be then? Stops are going to have to be above here, which is still not bad actually. That would be stops for me. What's that? Yeah, I'm looking at this, that's why it comes back down. Okay, we could potentially look at this for a wing back sell, 21.57. But we would be risk free at 21.56. This is the thing, and I believe it's only like 7 or 8 pips. But because if we want to drive back up, it's going to push further. You might as well just wait to close back below, if that makes sense. So I don't think you're going to miss the move, but it'll just stop you going into drawdown. Okay, so there's the one now. If this pushes down, guys, and taps 21.53, there's nothing we can do. So we can either look at sell stops below. Once we tap 21.56, sell stops below. Oh, this is not what we want. Or we look at wing back sell from 21.57, which currently this would be on now. But this could be a fake out, so just be aware. Oh yeah. If this pushes down and tests the previous wick, that means this wing back's probably not going to be on. Because if it does flip now to the upside, it means it could drive. Break below. Come on, I need to pull back. Might be worth just putting 70 pips. What's that? See, the target's only here really, because coming below, I don't know with the daily. I mean, you could target further down, but it's probably unlikely it's going to get down there. Let's see. I don't know whether I like this wing back now. Now let's create the bottom wick first. If anything, I'd prefer a sell stop underneath. We would have to be very aggressive here. This is not on at the minute, guys. I need to look a bit more here. It's potential. Potential. Because you've got another area here. I don't like how it's came down and done a bottom wick first. I don't like that. Because it means it can push further. So are we going to come back to this before coming down? Or we're going to get a fake out. If you look left, you don't have much of a top wick and you still drive down. Still driving down here. If anything, I'd prefer a sell stops underneath, but if this pushes past 21.55, it's probably not on. We'd need, what would we need then? Could I take a close below? No top wick on these. Look at these here. No top wick. No, that's a good sign of price wanting to push back up. No top wick. No top wick. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, really sucking me in now. Price is going to have to come back here. It's so sucking me in to take a buy back up to here. I can't do it. But if, what are these 15s doing here? Are we going to come and tap? It's not open how I'd like it to open. Are we going to come and tap 2153? Could we buy up? It's a bit risky buying up. But if this pops down with no top wick on this one, I would think price is going to have to come back, even if it wants to drive down. I'm just cautious of this here. Look at this big pushing candle from this level. Still a close respect, and this 5's going to have to come back here. It's not enough to tear. It's only 4 pips. I don't like how that hour's closed, guys. I mean, this wing back sell could still be on, but I haven't got much data to go off here, so we haven't tapped this area. So we've got some bearish closes, then bullish, then bearish, and 115 popped up. Literally, that's all I've got to go off there. What's this here? Came straight down at 2153, back up. This does tend to play out. It's not many. 6 pips. I've literally, the only thing what looks like what we're seeing is this. But it looks like it comes down to tap this first and then comes back up. So I can't really take a wing back buy because the 1 and the 4 is bearish. It's not ideal. Now, if we get a 15 close like this in 7 minutes and it doesn't come and tap the zone, then this wing back can potentially be on, because this had no top wick, this has got no top wick, and it took another 2 15-minute candles to come back up though, and then we could look to get in. And then it pulls back, you'd be risk free, you would have took partial move to break even, and then you just bomb through the floor. So are we going to get that? So if we get a 15 close like this without tapping 2153 and we come back up, this wing back sell can still be on. But I haven't been able to get any sell stops on this, unfortunately, because we haven't had a pullback. Let's see what price is going to do. And now it's really sucking me in for a buy though, guys, from here. I think this 15 might tap this and then pull all the way back up. And then come down. That's what I can see happening, but I can't take it because the 4 is bearish. The 1 is bearish. All the time frames are bearish. It's not part of my rules. We've got to wait for this 15 to close. We've got to hope it doesn't come and tap 21.53. All the 15s really tap it and pull back. All of them, apart from this one. Stops would have to be... do we need to break the highs again? Is there a reason to come back? Tricky. Is that 15 closed yet? 4 minutes left for this 15. So if this 15 can close like this, we can potentially take this wing back sell. Because we're looking at this 15 close, and then you come back up, tap this area, and then that initiates the move down. So I will be literally risk free at 21.56, which is it's not much. I think it's like 8 bit. I won't take any price, it won't be worth it. 6 pips. Be creating a top wave, but literally that's all we've got to go off this at the minute. This is the only sign where prices closed below, pulled back, and then went. So the odds are, the probability, yes, it's 100%, but it's 100% of 1. So, it's like, is it enough? Is it enough? What are we saying in the chat? Let's have a look, see, we don't exercise. Yeah, so all we do is we look at what price has done previously and we try and match it. And we try and find as many of the same pattern as possible. And let's say we find the same pattern 10 times, and 10 times out of 10, price has all went bombed through the floor, then the odds of this one bombing through the floor is probably pretty high, isn't it? That's all you're doing. That's all trading is. You're not some wizard who's guessing what price is doing. You're looking at previous data. That's all I do. I look at previous data. Not the minute. This looks similar, not perfect, similar to this. Obviously, it's not going to match it perfectly, but just take away the noises in the candles and look where price is tapped. So price tapped this area, didn't quite tap it. So that tells us, okay, well, we'll probably need to come and tap it. Yeah, probably need to come and tap it. So there's one thing we need to come down. But then price pulls back twice here, doesn't tap our wing back sell. Pull back here twice, doesn't tap our wing back sell. So are we just waiting on this to get tapped now? Now this happened before this bearish candle, and we're getting this bearish candle now. So it hasn't done it yet. So does that mean the next candle is going to do it? Is the next candle going to come up and do it? Because it probably needs tapping before driving down. However, this 15 tapped this area. So are we going to tap 21.54 before doing this? The cutoff for this trade is if we tap 21.53, because they all tend to tap 21.53. And if we tap that, then we're a bit goose. That's our advantage point, because at that point you could just start coming back up. But it is sucking me in for buys, but I can't really take a buy. The lower time frames are setting up perfectly for buys from these areas, but the 4 hours broke the low into the next range, should be coming down. The 1 hour has broke the low, should be coming down. 2, 3 broke the low, should be coming down. So you don't want to be buying up really. Not yet. You can take counter trend trades. I mean, we take them all the time, but This is too close. This is too... The reach for this 4 could easily... I mean, look at that. Look at the size of this forward candle. Yeah, and we're lower. So this 4 could easily fly all the way through and not even pull back around these levels. But I mean, there's no... This really attracts me to take a buy. No double, no top wick. It's quite powerful. It's a sign that price will come back up there. I'll tell you what we could do though. Depending on how the 5s look. What do these 5s do here? What was the news candle? That 4? Was it? This is the 4, mate. This. That was 10 past 8. It wasn't news. Well, news is normally about 1:30 onwards. So this is 8 o'clock. 8, 5 past 8, 10 past 8. So it wasn't news. Just normal price. Okay. No bottom wick. 15 is closed below. What a tune, by the way. Sorry, that was a 5, wasn't it? Not the 15. Oh, tricky, guys. Tricky, 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 tricky. One I showed was that 1. Was it? This one. This is the 4 hour I said. This 4 hour came all the way down. That was at, yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 AM, that happened. 1:30 PM is when news happens for us. So this wasn't news. You wouldn't have had news till 1:30, which is 1300 about here. There's no news there. It is good signs that we've got no top. Now, if this 4 hour had closed respecting and the 1 hour had closed respecting, and we were getting this with no top wicks, we'd be all over this wing back buys back up, all over it. But because we broke the lows, you should be coming fill the range. Unless this is the range. Didn't give us a chance to get any sell stops on at all. Look at that, no top wick at all. '15's closed. The 15's brought the lows. We're probably going to come down here and fill the range, guys. But I can't get in. Might be one of them days where we just watch price go. Now, if this 15 had opened up with no bottom top wick, that means the previous 15 hasn't got much of a bottom wick. I would potentially be looking at just a buy up from here. But because it's got a top wick, I can't do it. Because then you would have... This is quite a big sign that price will come back up here. This. Okay. And the 4 hasn't got a top wick. And then this would have had no top wick. So if we did reach down with no top wick, yes, I could. There's loads of reasons to come back up. I could have took it. But at the minute, I just can't take it. What's the 5s doing? It's one of them, guys. You've had a nice breakout on the hour. This was a pure basic Meraki breakout. So you had an hour close below into the new range, because this is the range, isn't it? It's more like that on the hour. So this is the range we're in now on the hour. Then you had an hour close below. All you would need now, really, you got a wick with it as well, which is nice. There's your wick. All you would need is a top wick. You needed this hour to open up, pull back, tap previous support, which was here. That's all we needed, and then we could have got sell stops underneath to then come and fill the rest of the range. a basic Meraki breakout. That's it. But, and sometimes it does that. It's, yeah, your setups might line up, but it's whether it activates you or not. Like, you weren't able to get in on this. You got the breakout, but you didn't get the top wick, so you couldn't get in. So it's just one of them things. It does that. There's always another trade. Yeah, I'm alright, aren't we? Well, this is a catchy tune, isn't it? What's this 15 gonna do? What do I need to see now then? What if the 30 closes? It's this 15 really. You'd want this 15 to come back up. If we do take this wing back sell, we've got to be very aggressive with it. As in the stops. It'd be off for 5 minutes. As soon as the 5 flips. That's the only thing we can literally grab at the moment. 15's look to flip. If anything, the 30 might be the one. Let's have a look at the 30. So the 30s actually don't close down here. The 30s close respecting 21.55, and then the new 30 comes up, taps, and then that initiates the push down. So does that mean on this 30 we could come back to close respecting 21.55? If we close below, then we could potentially put this wing back sell on, but it's unlikely it'll get tapped without before tapping 21.53. But if it does, it'd be a lot better of an advantage for us. Unless you're going to get this on the 30s. I mean, this 30's got no top wick. If I seen price struggling around here on some time frame, could take wing back buys for me. It is looking really nice. Apart from the high time frames. Let's see what this 30 does, guys. Unfortunately, we're just waiting. Where's my MT4 gone? To get distracted by the itchy again. Yeah, just sniper, mate. Sniper. One trade a day. You get one shot. One shot. One trade. If everything's in place, one trade a day is all you need. Trust me. Well, look at the logbook. The logbook tells you. The logbook. This is only off at 200k. Yeah, 200k. Look at the logbook. Tells you this is from taking one trade a day. Some days, and that's sometimes we've had as low as 2 trades in 1 week, and you can still make a decent income. And this is one account, one 200k account. Imagine if you've got 3. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's not about one account making loads of money. when you see these social media guys where you got, oh, I made 40% today, all right, okay, because that's real, yeah, 40% on one trade. Like, what are they risking? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's not about that. It's about slow profitability. 1% a month is still good. If you know you can make 1% a month every month, at least 1% a month every month, right? You'd just start adding accounts to it, wouldn't you? You'd add loads of funded accounts and live accounts to it. That's all you'd do. It's just about stacking the accounts, really, because you know you're making 1% a month. When you try and aim for 20% a month or 40% a month, that's when you can't really stack your accounts to it, because it's risky. It's very, very risky. Whoever's making them type of numbers, you know, if it works for them, it works for them. One trade a day. The way I do it, it's not the right way, it's just the right way for me. And it might be the right way for you, and that's why you're here watching the streams, to work out if it is or not. Might not be. You might get 3-4 months down the line, you think, you know what, this is not for me. It doesn't mean that the way I trade doesn't work, because I've proved that it does. But it just means it doesn't work for you and your personality, your character. And that doesn't make you thick, anything. It's just we're all different human beings. We all trade different. Some people struggle to hold trades. Some people struggle to, they need to hold them longer. Some people need to trade on a longer time frame, like swing trading. You know, some people can't handle these fast movements, like scalping. So everyone's different. Three minutes for 30 close. So if this 30 closes below like this, and we do pull back to 21.57, yeah, we could probably take a wing back sell with a second entry at maybe 21.58 or 21.60. That's as long as we don't tap 21.53. If we tap 21.53, it means we can then just start flying back up. Look, this tapped, and it starts flying back up. Whether we're going to pull back that far though. We trickle down here on the 30s. It took an hour and a half to get down to 1, 2, 3, 4 cans. 1, 2, 3. Might make another 30 to come down and then come up, which is a pain. Pain in the ass. I want it to be for me. I like the raw deed. I want it to be for me. I like the raw, detailed aspect and not relying too heavily on indicators. Can't handle too much information. Suffer with information overload. Makes it hard, but I'm trying. Haven't given up yet. Well, that's the thing. The only way you'll not be consistently profitable, the only way, is if you give up. That's it. That's why you've got to stay relentless. I'm not. I don't mean the company. I'm on about the word relentless. You've got to stay relentless at it and just say, I'll keep doing it until I'm consistently profitable. But it's just whether you can hold off from flinging money away while you're trying to get there. That's where people go wrong, because in their mind they're like, I need to make money quick, so they'll open a live account, blow it. They'll buy a challenge too early, blow it. Yeah, you've got to be on a demo until you prove to yourself that you're consistently profitable. And that's 3-4 months of profitability, if not longer. That's like early, that really. And what's going to tell you if you're profitable? Your logbook. And what else is going to tell you if you're profitable on your logbook is if you're true to it and not putting fake stats in order to make you feel better. You've got to be proper true to yourself. It's awful putting a loss in, I know, and you got a big loss in that, but and it messes up your nice, smart 100% win rate. But unfortunately, you need the data to look back over 6 months and go, do you know what? I thought I was doing shit. But now that I've looked over my logbook and I know I've been true to it, I'm actually profitable every month. It's only small profit, but I am. So then what do you do then? Well, you know you're profitable every month, but it's only small profit. You just start adding accounts to it because you know you're profitable. And that profit now becomes bigger because you've just added more accounts to it. You think I'm only profitable 1, 2, 3% a month? Not much, but just I add loads of accounts. Exactly, mate. The hardest thing is just waiting to shoot. That's the thing. Not shooting. That's the hardest thing. I mean, we're close to taking a buy round here, but I'm not going to do it. However, it'll probably play out. But then what will that do for my mindset? It'll make me think, okay, last time it played out, so if I get in the same situation, it might make me want to take it next time. Because it played out last time. But that's where you can. That's where you got to have the bat and go, well, no, it's not part of my rules. Not part of my rules. The higher time frames have broke the laws. I can't take buys up at the minute. Unless price really shows me like you're struggling. So look at this 30 minute now. This 30 is pulled back and closed respecting 21.55. So does that mean we're going to get something like this? Is that what that means? And if so, could we buy up from here? Or do we wait for a wing back sell from here? The wing back sell makes more sense because we're bearish on the 1, bearish on the 4. But if this 30 pushes down with no top wick, you've now got 2 candles with no top wick. And I believe the 15 hasn't came up yet to create the no top wick there. It's a very good sign that it's going to flip back up to the upside. And this is really sucking me in now. Let's see what this 15 does. What's a 5 done? Pay attention here, you guys, right? Because this is rare that this is going to do this. This would be rare if this 30 closes bearish and doesn't have a top wick. Be very rare, I think. 1 hour no top wick. 2's got no top wick. The 3's got no top wick. 4's got no top wick. The 15's got double no top wick. Double no top wick. This is coming back up. See, everything's showing me you're going to be coming back up. But if we can pop out and do a pushing candle, potentially we can buy up. We'd have to go risk free fairly quickly though on the 5. That's if it does though. I can't really see it coming back down. I might be wrong. Because all we're looking for is that this is, you've broke the lows now, which is a good sign that price wants to push down. So whether this 1 hour can flip back up and then pull back. It looks like you get 2 1 hour candles close and then you get 1 2 hour candles back up. So are we going to get that? Are we going to come down, tap, come back up, tap, and then fly? If only this candle pulled back first, it would have been perfect. Would have been a perfect example as well for you all to see just a normal breakout method. Can't take this here. I'd need to see how these push first. Now, the safest option to do, look at this 5 come back up now. The safest option to do really is, pull back on the hour to at least 21.57, and then you just wait for a 5 or 15 close back below 21.56, and that'd be the hour now. I can't really take this wing back sell now. Why do you think I can't take this wing back sell now? Well, the reason being is the hours came down, broke the lows. What does that mean? Means it's refueled the car quite a lot, so now this could easily maybe drive through because it's broke a low, so we could get a fake out back in now. So this is very tricky to take, so I can't take this wing back now. This won't be on for me now. So if anything, if we do get the push back up, what I would take is a 15 close back below 21.56, and all that would be the hour flipping up, and then the hour pulling back to flip back to the downside. Not very good. Not very good, guys. What you saying, mate? Have you set me logbook started fresh? Just need to really take it and understand how the chart moves and when the right time to shoot. Yeah, just experience. That's all it is. You need experience. 2 months of these streams, you'll be placing your own trades. Is that 2438 on 80% win rate? Where's this at? Are we on about my logbook here? 2438, 81%, yeah. 81% because the percentage calculates the trades we've won, but some trades are a lot of pips. Like yesterday, I think we got 80 pips altogether from yesterday from taking partials throughout. Do you know what I mean? What do you mean? No buying pressure. I don't get it though. Doesn't that mean there's no buying pressure? I mean, it also means low liquidity grabs, but both those points contradict each other. Doesn't that mean there's no buying pressure? I mean, it also means no liquidity. What do you mean, mate? Grabs, but both contradict itself. Yeah. I think I know what you mean. So price can move anywhere, yeah, it can get manipulated. Price can move anywhere it wants to go, right? No wicks means nobody is buying up and sellers pushing down. Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean, mate. You'll have to sort of explain a bit better. Mm. 80% winner, how would that happen? Easy, mate. It's just because in February, it's minus, isn't it? So 80% win rate. Where we are, February. So some trades, the thing with my trades, are all different amounts. So a loss, me losses were actually a partial loss. One of them was only a partial. These are not full losses. So I risked 2%, but we've had 2 control losses. One was like 0.2% or something. Another one was like 60%, which was of whatever you were risking, which was this one. This one was a full loss for us, right? So if I'm risking 4 grand per trade on a 200k account, say, which is 2%, yeah, and this was a full loss, but my profit, what I'm making, the pips are all different. So yeah, it's 80% win rate, so I'm minus on it, if that makes sense. That's the thing with this, because it's negative RR, yeah, one full loss can wipe out 4 or 5 trades, and it's going to take you 4 or 5 trades to take it back. Well, I say that. When was it? Was it this month? No, it wasn't. When did we have that loss? So, for example, we took a big loss. The second last trade of February, the next loss was 791. And then in March, we took a 1,300 quid profit. Do you know what I mean? So the way I trade, you can literally... 2 seconds, guys. Just had a beep. So you can make or lose anything, really. It's all sporadic. And throughout the year, you'll be able to see, especially like August. August is like, it tends to be like a month where you can supercharge your accounts. Yeah, what I found is, I always have a good month in August. So you'll be able to see the profit, what you're making on normal trades in August. Compare it with like March and February and January. The profit, what you make, you'll see in August it'll be greater. Oh, well, you should do anyway. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I've explained that enough for your FX snipe. I don't get that though. Doesn't that mean there's no buying per share? Already pushed down. No wicks means nobody's buying up. So it's pushing. Yeah, but it's manipulation as well, isn't it? It's price pushing down. They're pushing price down aggressively with no top wick in order to make you sell, to then flip back to the upside. Manipulation. Manipulation. But also means no liquidity grab if that happens. No, because if you get a candle with no... Forget the technical shit. Forget about buyers, sellers, and new. I don't look at all that stuff. You need to ask Vic about all that stuff. Who's buying, who's selling, and why, and whatever. Just look at the candles. Start fresh, remember, reset. Look at the candles. Go back over the charts. Look at everywhere what doesn't have top wicks. And just see if price did eventually come back to that area. Probably 100% of the time, prices come back to that area. Okay? And what you'll find is that it might not come back straight away, but price will come back to them areas. Right? Now, so for example, 215s, no top wicks. Price came back to the area. Aggressively. This is what I'm saying. When you get 2 with no top wicks, price really aggressively pushes through. What else have we got? I'm trying to find no top wicks. I'm on about where it's on the second candle. So for example, what is this tune, man? So we had no top wick here, and then prices opened. So what you're expecting with this, with no top wick, the next one's probably going to close bearish. That's what tends to happen. Everything's tend, because Forex, anything can happen, right? Everything's tend. And then this candle's opened up with no bottom wick. So what you're thinking straight away? Well, price is going to have to come to here, because this got no bottom wick. That's not good. Got no top wick. Price will not allow that to stay like that without price coming back to it. What happened? Next candle comes straight down. Okay, then you've got no top wick here. So you're thinking, okay, price eventually is going to come back to it. It didn't come back till a while later, but did come back to it. And just start noticing candles with no top and bottom wicks. You'll start seeing that price eventually comes back to them. Here's another one. Big push. No top wick. Okay, what did price do? Tap. Okay, no top wick. What did price do? Come back. They all come back. I mean that had a little wick, but even if it didn't, price still came back. No top wick. What did it do? Price come back. See. So the good areas as well to identify wingbacks. The hour's going to close in 15 minutes, guys. We might as well wait for this hour to close to see what's happening. That's done nothing for us. It hasn't helped us whatsoever. This is the trade we wanted to catch. This, if we had a top wick, we know the hour was going to have to do this as well. But I can't get in on that. I haven't been able to get in. If this hour closes bearish like this, And then we get a top wick. This wing back sell might be back on. Might be. But also means no liquidity gap, so those points contradict each other. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. Does it make sense though? Does it make sense? Just forget all the details. Forget why news happens. I know people really look into news and where the numbers are coming from. I've like to think I've idiot guided it all because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot, and if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. No, I'm not an idiot. I like to think I'm quite smart. We're gonna wait for this 1 hour close, guys. If we get a fake out, fantastic. That's what I'm hoping for now. I'm hoping for a fake out back in. We get an hour close back in, we can look to buy up. Right, but at the minute, what's now going on? It's all been manipulated, mate. Remember, picture your monitor. On the other side, you've got another monitor with the worst enemy sat on the other side trying to catch you out. And he has control where he's pushing price. That's what's happening. They're trying to manipulate you with everything. I think I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, guys, while we wait for this hour to close. Okay. I appreciate it's all been on the screen, on the stream. It's a new channel. I really do appreciate, because what's really nice to see is we're seeing the same people on, which is nice. FX Snipe, Vin, who else is on there? Nella, Sharif, Paolo, Krish, and obviously you, Crazy Beast. It's nice to have same people on. It shows I'm doing something right if he's jumping back on day in, day out. So really appreciate it being on, guys. I love the questions as well. Keeps me busy when we're just sat here waiting for bloody candles to close. So we're just going to wait for this hour close, and then we can see if we can get something. Here's a question for you. Ting. How do you spell brew? Do you do brew or do you do brew? Which way is it from where you're from? Brew or brew? I actually do this, me. Going to make a brew. 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 Okay. What do you call a cigarette? Where are you from? Where I'm from, we used to actually call it a tab. Going for a tab. Until I joined the army, then tab means something different. So just for you, John, because we're going to put these to capitals because Vic and Andy's OCD would be going, no, fuck it, we won't. Do you know what I'm going to do? If he is watching, let's put this. Let's just shove this in there because I know it will really make Andy's OCD go crazy. Yeah, that'd be nice. I got a question and it's a good one. Brew, call it a Pete. My question is, what's your question quickly? Because I want to go and make a cup of tea before this 1 hour close. I can hear his typewriter now. It's minging to do it, absolutely. It's like warm, but it's raining. I blocked it. Oh my god. What you're writing, mate. Right, I'm gonna go and make a cup of tea anyway. I'll be back in a second. Put your question in there if you can get it in. down, isn't it? Mm. 15, I had gave a top wick and then came up. Did you have your question? Moo and Ian Dings. Where they're fair. Moo and Ian Dings. Don't know what you're about. Don't know what you're on about. Don't know what Such a shame we didn't pull back, man. This would have been a nice trade all the way down. It's quite clean traffic all the way down, really. We haven't even tapped previous support, 2156. The only thing I've potentially got on is this 2151. Learning English from our stream. Oh, that's good, mate. Where are you from, like, Kyra? Was it Kyra? Kyra? No top wick on this 1 hour still. Don't learn English on stream. I'm English and I barely speak it. Yeah, I wouldn't learn off me either. Oh, you're from Thailand? Fantastic. So, oh, I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm trying to grab a trade. She wants me to go shopping. I can't. Worst things to do. And she's trying to bribe me with a breakfast. Oh, I'll get you a breakfast. You're alright. I'll put myself through pain, and then you'll give me a heart attack to stop it off. plug me arteries up to like.
Yeah, but you'd come though for breakfast.
I might do. I'll let you know.
Are you watching the chimney as well?
Yeah, what time is it?
I don't know.
I can't take sells here at the minute because the 15 can close anywhere down here and then just really reject. What's this here? 3:30. If this 15 pushes all the way to 2151, potential buys up. Because that's a hell of a 15 push, and I'm looking at, what was I looking at earlier? Something like this here. Because you've actually came from these levels down, tap, to then come back up. So you got to stay switched on here. The 3 minutes left of this 15 though. It's unlikely it's going to tap this and then pull back. I can't really see it. Oh, one past it. From Thailand, mate, I'd love to go to Thailand. I'm going to be going soon. I want to go around Vietnam. I want to do some Battlefield 2s in Vietnam. I want to go through the tunnel systems and that. I'll go to Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand. Many traders moved here. Yeah. I've got a friend who lives, well, he actually lives in Bali, which is not Thailand, I know. But he travelled all around Thailand. He was living in Thailand for a while. He lives in Bali now. He's a trader. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't learn English off us. Especially off me. I struggle with English. I probably know more Welsh than I do English. So this is an area now where you might reject from to pull back up. This is where we did potentially have wing back buys on. And what is nice to see is this doji is bullish. Plus, you still haven't came back up to create a top wick for these yet. But it's hit our target now, really, guys. That was our advantage point. Look at the 1 hour, like, there was no way for us to get in on that. No way. So it's what is price going to do now? This is, what time is it? 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Right. Yeah, and you only need 1 trade a day, Kyra. 1 trade a day on a 200k account, you'd be, God, you'd be raking it in. Raking it in. It's pulling back nicely, this 15. If this 15 closes respecting 2154, we might be getting something like this. What a shame. Look at the 5, wow. Look at that 5, look at that tap, wow. Did we get a trade Monday? Look at that, guys. That would have been lovely. Look at that. Tapped. Pushed 16 pips. Couldn't take it, guys. Couldn't take it. 10 seconds for a 30 close. So, you remember what I said about the 30s? It took 1, 2, 3, 4 30-minute candles to get to 2154, right? Then we shot all the way back up to 2157. So technically, if we're getting the same thing, this 30 should shoot all the way back up to 2157. However, this hour now broke the laws. If this hour had closed respecting this area here, we could have sold back up. I can't even sell back up here, guys. There's now going on for me. I'm going to give it till half past, see if this 30 can pull back. But that was our move today, but it just didn't give us an entry. Didn't pull back. What's the 30 done? 30's broke the law. 15, man. If this 15 had closed respecting, we could potentially have a buy stop above this 15 flip to come back up, but it's broke the laws, and you're probably going to get a wick fill, if you're going to get a wick fill. Saying that, you might not get a wick fill because these didn't give a wick fill. I'm just thinking. Oh, no top wick here. No top wick, don't. There's loads with no top wicks here. Price is gonna fly back up. Is this the wick fill on the 15? Everything's just out, guys. Like, the hour didn't pull back. We only needed a small pullback. This 15's 3 pips away from closing respecting. We could have buy stops on this now for this 15 to flip. Everything's sort of just out for us at the minute. And then this 30, really, you wanted this to pull back first. To tap. It might not be this 30 what taps. Actually, this 30 might just come and tap 21.56. Anybody catch anything this morning? Nothing at all. Nope, my catching every other currency days are over. I've got a Manchester Christmas Markets Cup today. Cost about 100 quid. I remember we got the Manchester Christmas Market. Me and Emma, we got she got a coffee with Baileys in. And I think I just got a cup of tea. Honestly, mate, it was like 15 quid or something. It was ridiculous. I think it was 12 quid. It was just... yeah, that's it. You only need one pair. That's what I learned in Forex as well, because I used to trade loads of different pairs, but you just start confusing yourself, and you go through all of it. Like, everything... Don't ever think, and this is where people go wrong, don't ever think what you're going through on your journey, you're the only one doing it. Because you're not. Everyone goes through the same things you're going through. So never think you're the only one who's gone through it. Because you get the point where you're like, why is it not working for me? It's just me. Why is life not helping me out? You know, why can't I make it work? And you start doubting yourself and putting yourself down. It's not, it's just... Forex can bring you to your knees. It really can. They don't know, John. You're just at different levels. So everyone's different. Some people, it'll take 6 months to pick it up. Some people, it'll take a year. The thing is, though, the good thing about it, it's not a race. No one's on a race. Like, it's set for you. Unfortunately, yours is 2 years. Yours is 2 years. If someone's is 6 months, 6 months. It's just the way it is. There's no competition. Who else has passed 4 mocks and failed 2 live exams? You're like, well, that's psychological. You're holding cells, Cara. Nice. Nice. Did you get in off the 1 hour, was it? I know, but this is where if you try and learn faster, or if you're desperate for cash and you want to make it work so you've got cash, it's going to put you back. That's the issue with it. It knows when you're being greedy. It knows when you need money. Oh, that's great, mate. That's good. I'm glad you're learning quite a lot. Are you in the Discord, Kyra? Get into the Discord. It's free. You don't have to pay. And when I failed my 2 live accounts, I sat there and thought, where are my mocks? Luck. Yeah, well, that's it. I just don't. Well, so how many live challenges have you failed? How many altogether? Ever? 2. Okay. How many do you think I failed?
1 million.
Fucking near. How many do you think I've failed, John? How many live accounts do you think I've failed or blew? Bear in mind, I didn't have the education what Relentless has give us. So I had no one telling me, you know, stay on demo until you're done, basically. Exactly, I've failed loads, mate. I've probably failed over 10 live challenges. I've failed phase 1s. I've failed phase 2s. I've blew live. I've been funded and blew them. Yeah. So you failing 2 means absolutely nothing. It's another tick in the box, isn't it? 1 step closer. You might need to fail 5. Another tick. Okay, he's failed all of his challenges now. We'll move to the next one. Okay, we'll get him failing phase 2 now. You might have to fail 5 phase 2s. And then you might have to blow 2 live accounts. But it's another tick closer to the box. And unfortunately, I know you don't like the sound of that. Because you think, fucking hell, that's a lot I've got to go through here. Fortunately, Forex, it is a lot you've got to go through. And if you're not willing to go through it, no offence, nobody's worthy to achieve it. If you're not willing to go through it all. Because it's so powerful once you do. Do you know what I mean? So, don't worry about it. It's just another tick in the box. You'll fail loads. I'll fail loads. Just the way it is. What it is, I think what you have to do is... I'm not keep bigging up Relentless. Obviously, it's my own company, I know. But I wanted to create something what stop people wasting money and losing money, and that's why we always harp on about don't get a challenge until you're ready, until you're 100% ready and your logbook's showing that you're consistently profitable, because you're just going to blow the account. And I don't do it to sound come across a douchebag, but you will. You'll just blow it if you don't. If you take 2 steps ahead, try and force it, you're just going to waste money. Win or learn, yeah. Either way, we either win or learn. That's right, Paolo, mate. How long? Well, for me, it took about 4 years, Kyra. But I didn't have the education what I've got from Relentless, so I honestly do believe we've halved it. We've halved the time. I think 2 years is about right now for consistently profitable. But some people, the quickest we've had someone past a challenge and funded is 6 months, which is unbelievable. They're still not consistently profitable as in at that 6 month point, but they're still past the challenge. That's huge progress. Yeah, someone like Callum was on Discord now. He's absolutely flying. Hasn't been with us long at all. And he's probably another one who'll pass it fairly soon. But everyone's different. This is the thing. You have to take your ego away. It's not about looking good. It's not about only putting winners in the group chat. Say, oh, look what I've caught. Yeah. It's about putting your losers in, talking about it. Because the people who have no ego will get there quicker. But yeah, it took me about 4 years because I was distracted by the MLM. I kept getting distracted by the MLM. When you're with MLM companies, it's just they just hound you to get people in, and not actually concentrate where the real money is, and that's actually learning to trade. It's fast money, it can be good, and it can ease it, I suppose, because I was getting some good commissions, but you were still having to keep them people. You were spending too much effort trying to keep them people on, and get new people than actually being on the charts and learning to trade. So the companies were more about getting people in than actually the standard and the quality of the education what they were offering. And now we're Relentless with the signals are getting. If you've just jumped on the call, we've had some changes. Big news. Signals are now You get free signals with a membership. So you buy membership, you get the Meraki course, all your indicators, your logbook, everything you need basically, right? Plus you're now getting free signals with it. It is for a limited time. How long I don't know yet, but it won't be forever. Which is great news for people now to get free signals with it. MLM and trading, yeah, it's like network marketing, mate. It's when you get people on, you get commission for getting them on to the education. We don't do that here. Relentless is not an MLM. Look at this 30 now. Is this 30 gonna flip? Come up. Oh, look at these fives, man. It's really calling me. I can't take anything here, guys. I might be able to take it if the 15 closes back in without driving, but you're still bearish on the 1 and the 4. Like, you haven't filled the range yet. You just haven't pulled back. We've had days like this before where prices drives. Learn or earn. Yes, I wholesale from. And I am learning a lot. Yeah, that's it. Now, that's what it was with MLM. The same was earn while you learn or something. But for me, I get it. And it, you know, it was because my commissions were pretty good. I had quite a lot of people on. And that's how Relentless was formed. It was an MLM team. And we pulled away from the MLM because just the shit with MLM, the bullshit. And people weren't actually learning because they were too distracted by having to get people on. But yeah, it can sort of distract you. Just honestly, guys, just get amongst the education. Get amongst the education. Find a company what they want to be trading live. Really, for me now, I'd only ever follow someone who's trading live, and they're transparent with everything, and everything's sort of tracked. Basically, what I'm trying to create on YouTube, I'd only ever follow someone who's doing this, and then I'd just stick with that company, really, because there's so many strategies out there, so many different ways you can blow your head off with the information. Blow your head off. And this is the key with it, right? The thing with Forex is you can actually learn Forex in the wrong order and it can put you back. So the way we've done the education, I think it's very, very unique. And the way we put the education together, everything. If you've done our free basics course, you'll understand. That's like a toe in the water. Everything's in the correct order. Learn this, now learn this, now learn this. If you jump 2 videos or miss a video out, it's like taking 2 steps back. But what we've found is if you learn it in this order and you don't jump, you will get to that consistently profitable stage at the shortest period of time you possibly can. And I do believe it'll be shorter than any other company out there if you follow their education. I do believe that. Okay, so you literally, when you join, you just do this, now do this, now do this, now you're in the practice phase, now do this, now do this, and that'll be the shortest journey to getting there. Because John, Crazy Beast is talking about he's not profitable. He's been doing it, I think, a year and 5 months now, John. A year and 5 months. He's not even there yet. It normally takes 4 years. That's what it was before we created Relentless. I do believe we've halved it by, I think we're looking at 2 years. So he's not even there yet at the 2 years. But his attitude's good, as in regards to he really wants to get there. Really wants to get there, and he's disappointed that he's not there yet. It makes him eager, but you know, he's not at that point. You've got to step back and look back and think, okay, well, I've only been doing it a year and 5 months. You know, I've only failed 2 challenges. Pete's failed fucking 20 odd. Yeah. So when you step back and look at the bigger picture, you think, actually, I'm doing pretty well. And which you are. You know. Look at this pushing down again here. There's not what I can do here, guys. 30, what's a 30 gonna do? This is another zone, quite a strong zone here. where you're probably going to reject from. But the issue you've got now is to buy up, you would need to see sort of 15 5-minute closures, mess about here for a bit, then when you need one pop out to come up, and you're going to be looking at another couple of hours to come back up. And I wouldn't be taking any sellers below here. The reason being is you've got loads of candles with no top wicks. You didn't even tap previous support. The 4's got no top wick, so I would need a top wick to take sellers below. It's filled the range. This from here to here was our move this morning, but it didn't allow us to get in. And that's another saying in Forex. Don't give yourself targets. I'm going to make 1% a day or whatever. Just take what the markets allow you to take. This was our trade today, but the market didn't allow us to get in because it didn't pull back for us to get sell stop in. So therefore, we just leave it and we come back tomorrow. The worst thing you can do is force a trade now and you take a loss. You'd be fuming. You would be fuming. I'm gonna, let's see what this 30 does. If I ideally want this 30 to flip bullish. If this 30 flips bullish, that could be the start of this push back up. That doesn't sound too bad. I told you, mate. Oh, sounds like I can go back to bed for it. Yeah, it does. For work. I'm going to give it a little half pass. I'm going to wait for this 30. If this 30 closes bearish, I'm probably done. We had a lovely trade yesterday. So you don't need to force it today. We just wait for them. Oh, what it is, you know what it is, guys? The daily. What's the daily going to do? If you look at the daily now. If the daily closes below here tonight, fantastic. We'll just wait for a top wick to break some highs, and then we'll just simply sell down. Be fairly straightforward tomorrow. If we close respecting, then we know we'll get a bottom wick, and we should flip to come and fill the range back up at 21.74. Fairly straightforward. This daily candle hasn't helped us, this one, because you didn't break the low, but you closed bearish with a wick, so you know you're going to get a wick fill at least, but then it can pull back. So it hasn't really helped us, that daily candle. So all we do, we come back tomorrow. Markets are still going to be tomorrow. Hey, we're pushing. This 30's not flipping. It's got no chance of flipping, is it? powering down here. Where's this 30 going to come? Is it going to come fly through? Because these can actually push all the way down to 21.47 if it wants to. It's nice it's coming back down though. But nothing is pulled back. So when you got these pushes down, look, nothing's pulled back here. These have pulled back where we haven't had anything pulled back yet. Wait there, what's this? Even these pulled back to 21.56 where we haven't had that. Nothing is pulled back. Any questions, guys? Because I'm probably going to be going after this 30. There's just no point. Unless 15 no bot. Oh, wait there. 15 respecting. 15 respecting. We're still respecting this. 15 got no top weight. Can we tap 21.51? You don't tend to push down there though. This one does. Ooh, could we tap 21.51? It's a risky trade, man. What are these fives? 5 no top wick again. I'd need to see this 5 close respecting. If this 5 can close respecting this area here, and then the new 5 pop down. We might get this. Oh, actually this 5 didn't do it. Looking at this here, I would that 5 can get close respecting. Is that the new 5? Oh, it's broke the lows here. 5 no top wick. It's tempting me to get a buy in here, but the issue we've got is the hour. It had a nice push on the hour. Are you going to come straight through this range? I would think you're going to have to retest, and either the 2 hours going to close. So if you get a 2 hour close below here, you're going to have to probably come back anyway, tap previous support to come. The 3 is 1 hour 30 left. Still got no top wicks. There's loads of reasons to come back up here. The 4, it's a nice big pushing candle on the 4, but we know that we can actually come all the way down. Could we take that? Could we take that? What is that? 60 pips. What if the 1 closes below? If the 30 closes below, where's the 30 going to go? That's the thing, with the 30 close below, then you're likely going to come down to these levels. This one actually came down to, but then again this 30 closed below and tapped. Suck at me in this. Oh my god, I don't know if I can take this, guys, but you've got a potential win back buy here. But you can see. See the 1 hour, this is the range for the 1 here. So you haven't actually broke out here, so you could potentially take this because you've had such a pullback. And if the hour closes below, so let's say this hour closes like that, you should still get a pullback to tap previous support to then flip to the downside if it's going to come back down. A bit like this one. If you look at this hour, you got an hour close below, and then this hour pull back, tapped, and then flip to the downside. But you've only got this to go off. And are we going to come all the way down? Would this be a second entry down here? This is similar to yesterday, isn't it? Didn't we enter down here yesterday? We did, didn't we? I think we entered round here yesterday, and then we took a second entry down here. What's his 30 done now? Another strong zone here. Thing is though, you broke the highs here, so you have got liquidity to now drive past these areas and come straight down. If this 30 can close respecting, I need something to close respecting. If this 30 can close respecting here, 2153.15, and then the new 30 pops down with no top wick, we can look at this for a wing back buy. Back up. Okay, but this 30 has to close respecting. Yeah. Would I even look at a second entry? Second entry for me would be below here. Would be here. There's loads of candles with no top wicks here. Okay. The second entry would potentially be same area as yesterday. Okay, we've had a 15 close. You need to push down first, so this is the thing. This is a 30 close. You don't want a top wick on this 30. It's hard to create this. Because it means it's 30. What is this hour going to do? If this hour closes below, then obviously you're coming down. Fill the range. If this hour closes respecting this area, then it looks like we're probably going to be coming back up, and we could potentially take this for a wing back buy, which the 30's close hasn't really filled the range though, which I don't like. Oh, what's this here? It's like broke below that. No bottom wick. No top wick. We don't want this to create a top wick for this. What's it doing? Coming up to create a top wick. Typical. Bottom wick still on the 30. Is this 30 going to flip? And then does that mean the 30 is going to drive now? Because none of these have got two 30s where... So it's like we've closed respect in this area. So if this 30 can come down, tap, break the lows, and flip back up, could that play out? Another 30, down, tap, basically like this. Could we get that? There's loads of reasons to come back up. But if we do come back up and fill this range, then it'd probably still play out, but it's probably not for me. Because you need the 30 to pull down first and then flip, because you want the 1 hour to close respecting. If the 1 hour closes below, then you're probably going to come and fill this range down in 21.46. But the new hour should pull back anyway to get out So if we can come and tap 2151 from where we are now, because the 30 is close respecting, yeah, we could potentially get in. Would it be more like that, maybe? The second entry at 2148 to come back up. Only thing is though, this is close respecting. Yeah, they didn't drive down, did they? Okay, suspecting. This one broke the lows, and this one drove right down. Are we going to get that? 2150. We're only looking at this now because we filled the range. You can't be looking at wingbacks when you like this. You've got to see price. You've got to see something close respecting in order to look. I know we're still bearish on these candles, but there's loads of reasons to come back up. No top wick, no top wick. 2, no top wick. 3, no. And we've had a decent pull. But is this the pullback now? Can we come and tap 2151 before we pull back? It looks like it's pulling back now, which is not what we want really. We ideally need this 30 to flip quick. You want the first 15 minutes to do it really. Do we need to tap this before coming back up? Unless we're getting this 2153. This one came to tap it. This one didn't, so again we might be getting this. If we do come back up, I'm definitely calling it. But if we can come down, that'd be fantastic. Because we haven't been there yet. I've got lines all over. These are not on. It's very similar to yesterday. I think we actually took an entry from here yesterday, didn't we? Was it 2153? We took an entry and went straight into drawdown, straight through. And then we took another entry at 2148, didn't we? Or was it here we took it? Might have been here. Yeah, it might have been here. Are we going to fly straight through this again? So this 15 really needs to come and tap it, first 15, and then the new 15 can come back up. That'll be the 30 flipping back to the upside, because we really need this 30 to close respecting this area. Otherwise that'll be the hour closing below, and that'll be the sign to get out basically. If the hour closes below here, actually below this level, like that, we get out on the pullback. Well actually no. If it closes below, we don't get in if we've not been activated. This is done. Okay. But if we do get activated and we pull back, you know, the trade's going to play out anyway nicely for us, because you're going to get a pullback. But at the minute, if we're coming, it looks like we're coming back up here. This 15 sort of has to be the one that comes and gets us, because if it doesn't, this closes bullish. That's the first part of the 30 pulling back. That means the next 15, if it does close below, it's got more chance that if it does push below, it's got more chance that the 30 is going to close below there. And that's going to be the hour closing below there. So we really need this 30, but I would have liked this, this 15. I would have liked this 15 to come down first without a top wick. Now, If it doesn't create a top wick for that, then that's a good sign, because we've still got no top wick here. And then the higher time frames, we've still got no top wicks. How far are we going to come down? That's a question. These 30-minute ranges are not the cleanest as well. I'm just going off sort of this area. You got wicks to the area. Here. But then here, it doesn't quite make it down. Does that mean we're going to power through? Hey, what's going to happen? I mean, that's 12 pips. Pull back. We've just got to be cautious now, because we got in here for a second. No, it wasn't there, was it? It was here. This is the trade we took yesterday, right? And look what happened to price. We came up. So it came down. Didn't pull back much and still drove all the way down. So we're getting the same thing. We didn't pull back much, but could still drive all the way down. So we could completely bypass this one. But this time now, the difference between this and what we're getting is we've actually broke highs. So that means now, because we broke this, that means we've got liquidity to now push past this. And that's the only thing I'm cautious of. But as the daily hasn't broke the low yet. So this would be the daily coming to test the previous wick again. Or is this daily going to close bearish? Oh, the hour looks like it's going to flip there, doesn't it? Oh, guys, this might be the move here. What's 15 doing? If this closes bullish and doesn't create a top wick for this, and the new 15 pulls back first, breaks the lows, yeah, looking good. It's funny how it changes, isn't it? You've just been pushing down with no top wicks. Not much top wicks at all. It shows that price is likely going to fly back up. Just how far is it going to push down? That's the question we're asking. Close respecting. Yeah, no worries, mate. Have a good day, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow. it's pushing back out now. $30 for a 15 close. It looks like it's going to create a top wick, which is the 30. It just means the next 15 can, the 30 can actually close below. Yeah, it's probably not for me, this, guys. It depends on this 15. If this 15 creates a top wick for this, I'm not interested. Yeah, it's done it. Is it done it? Is it done it? Yeah. I mean, it's good that the 15's closing bullish if the next 15 pops down. But the issue you've got then is if this 15 closed down there, the 30's closing and 1 hour's closing down there, you're then bearish. You're going to come and fill the range. Oh, no top wick. Yeah, it's not for me, this, guys. I'm going to leave it. Good luck if you're trading today. Any questions before I go? Anything at all before I go? No. Unfortunately, it was a lovely breakout, but it just didn't. We couldn't get active. We couldn't get in it because we didn't get a pullback. Unfortunately, these days happen. It just, we take what the market allows us to take. Unfortunately, it hasn't allowed us. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous. If you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you jumping on. Remember that the signals have now become free when you have a membership with us. So take advantage of that. Use that. Get into the link tree in the description. You get access to that via there. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back on at 8 AM tomorrow morning. Alright, guys. Catch you later, guys. See ya.
See you later, man.